Hey everybody, this is Aaron from My Relationship Resources, and I want to share a video with you today because people have asked me if I could give them some support and guidance on self-isolation and the best way to get through this. I work from home and I spend a lot of time by myself at home, so I understand the trials and tribulations of it all, and would love to give you a few of my secrets in order to get through this time productively, because it is a very unpredictable time right now, which no one has any answers, nobody has any clue of which way it's going to go, and we're being bombarded with different opinions and predictions as well as scare tactics. When we really peel down the layers of it all, we are actually so very privileged at the moment to be in this day and age that we're going through such an epidemic or pandemic, because we are so connected. We can use technology to stay connected and support each other to get through this time, because it will be a bit of a wave of highs and lows, and it's really okay, to go through these highs and lows and let yourself be a little bit fearful, let yourself have a little bit of panic or sadness, but don't let this be the driver of your day. So the first tip that I would love to give you is to really set an intention when you get up in the morning and to write that intention down. Maybe it's a feeling that you want to have or generate in the environment that you're in and with the people that you're in. So it could be love, it could be connection, it could be creativity or enthusiasm, but write it down. And if you have the time, if you're at home and you've got colored pencils and paints and glitter or stickers or whatever, be creative, especially if you have kids, and help them be creative and talk about the intention that you have for the day. And the more time you spend talking about that intention in the morning, the more chance you have of carrying it out through the day. And especially if your attention is taken away from that intention and you move into a more fearful state or a panic state about the future and what's going to happen, you just bring yourself back to that intention. And whether you're self-isolating by yourself at home or whether you have your partner or you have children, a great time now is just to get to know each other more. And a great exercise that I like to share with you is called values elicitation. So it's a matter of writing down, taking a piece of paper, maybe an A4 piece of paper, and writing down on the left-hand side all the material things that you love, people, events, or places. So write those down on the left-hand side, and then on the right-hand side, write the emotion or the feelings that doing these things or having these things or being with these people trigger in you. So maybe if it's family, the emotional trigger is connection or love or safety. And if it's a hobby like I dance, so for dancing for me, it triggers growth and inspiration. And so yeah, write all those feelings and emotions on the right-hand side, and then look for ways in which to support each other to achieve those feelings and emotions, maybe even without the material aspect. So let's say if your child says, my friends is something that they love, and connection is the emotion or the feeling that's created from that, and they can't go and see their friends right now, but get them on the phone. And maybe if you have an iPhone, you can use FaceTime, you can do group chats now with FaceTime or Skype or Zoom, and they can all chat together. I'm sure a lot of you are already doing these kinds of things, but just another little reminder. But the values elicitation, it's beautiful because then you can talk a little bit more about, what's important to you and what you need in order to feel complete and whole and satisfied in this time of unpredictability. Another tip I would like to share with you is really planning out the day. So if you get up at 7 o'clock in the morning, you can take a piece of paper or a journal and you write down the hours of the day from 7 o'clock in the morning, if that's when you wake up, all the way through until you go to bed. So from 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, all the way through. And then really plan out the day and make it full of the things that you love to do and the activities you like to do. at home. But this will also help you not to get distracted and sit in front of the television and watch the news, which is not helpful at the moment. And a lot of the social media, as I said earlier, it's not productive and it's not helping us to move through this time. And what's really important is if you are spending time with your partner or with a flatmate or with children who you're not usually spending so much time with, it's really, really important that you also take some isolation time from the people that you're surrounded by at the moment. So if you are lucky enough to have 2 rooms in the house or several rooms in the house, make sure you set an intention to at least twice a day remove yourself from the energy of the people that you're around and be isolated by yourself in your energy. Maybe take your intention with you, take the agenda that you've created for the day with you and just revise that and look at that again. Take your values with you, or you might even want to swap your values with the other person in the house, or each of you can, take turns in swapping those values and study the emotions and the feelings that come up from different people, places, and events that the other people have written down. And then when you come back together, you can ask some questions. What does this mean to you, and what does that look like? And if, for example, if somebody has written down that they like to swim, and the emotion that's triggered is peacefulness, you can talk about peacefulness and where else do we find peace in our lives and how can we create a feeling of peace when we're not swimming. And the last piece of advice that I have for you is to create a list of gratitude, and write down on this as often as possible things that you're grateful for in the past, in the present, in the future. They can be as small as the fact that you have a toothbrush to brush your teeth, or the fact that we have running water to drink or to shower, and that we actually have enough food in this time, because we're so, as I said earlier, we're so privileged right now. We have this pandemic which is going on. However, most of us that are watching this video now live in countries where there's enough food to feed people. We don't have to go out and panic shop, or as they say in Switzerland, or I think in Germany, a squirrel shop. The squirrel collects all these nuts for the winter. We don't have to do this. We're so privileged. We can still go out of the house for a walk. We just have to make sure we respect the distance between each other. And the beautiful thing is that I feel anyway that there's a lot more respect for each other at the moment, and we have a lot more patience for one another. And this is a beautiful thing. And so if you have any more ideas, I would love for you to share in the comment box below for other people who are also looking for more tips on how to get through this self-isolation. If you click the link below this video on the logo, the My Relationship Resources logo, it'll take you straight over to my website where you can look at some more resourceful videos. And I am sending you a lot of love, a lot of light, and a lot of laughter. And stay healthy, and I look forward to seeing you soon.